Muchísimas gracias. How was yesterday?
Good, man.
Good. Very good. Did you get to do anything fun, or do you have anything fun planned for the break?
Not right now.
Not right now. Yeah, me neither. All I know is I gotta cook, right, for everybody. That's what I know. That's good. That's all right. Buenos dias, Elijah. Oh, he's trying to connect. Elijah, let me know if you can hear me yet. Buenos dias, Michaela. Hola, Troy. Guys, I would love it if you could have your cameras on, even if it's just the top of your head and the ceiling, right? Hola. Let's see if Elijah can get. Okay, that's cool. Gracias. Let's see if Elijah can hear me yet. Elijah, can you hear me yet? Buenos días, Kinsley. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué onda? Anything new and exciting? Did you enjoy yesterday? You had a good day yesterday? You guys, I'd appreciate a camera on, por favor. Even if it points to the ceiling. Buenos dias, Kendall. How was your day yesterday, Kendall? Gracias, Kendall. Gracias, Kinsley. How you guys doing? How was yesterday? Good. Nobody wants to talk to me this morning. It was good. Thank you, Kendall. Yeah. Is it starting to feel kind of wintry there, or do you still have good weather? We finally got some rain. Yeah, good. Well, I wish you'd send some up this direction. No, Kinsley, I think you're right. Because I see my image is kind of fuzzy, and so I think that's probably right. You're probably right that my connection is not the best. I don't know how to fix that, unfortunately. It's okay. It's Wednesday today. We're not going to do anything new. As soon as we get a few more folks on board, we have about a minute before we got to start class. And we'll do some practice and we'll have some work time. So while we're waiting, can you guys see my background of here? What do each of these words mean? There's L without the accent mark and L with the accent mark. So let me know in chat. Be thinking about those. What do they mean? Buenos días. Hola, Ray, Ethan, Andrea, Trayvon, buenos dias. If you don't have your cameras on, you guys, I'd love to see the top of your head at least.
I think I have an El Gato right
You have
here.
an El Gato? Yay, I love that. Oh, look at that gatito. So cute.
I'll just stand up.
Yeah, I was going to say he took your chair, didn't he? Hi, Trayvon. Is it a he or a she, Ray?
His name's now Oliver. It's a he.
It's a he. That's cute. I don't know where mine is. She's probably trying to stay warm somewhere. Oliver. See. Oliver. Oh, my cat's name, Tiana? My cat's name is Leia. My daughter named her. I didn't name her. Her name was Leia. She's a black kitty. Black, long-haired black cat. Yeah. Nobody wanted her. She was a baby. She was about 3 months old. Nobody wanted her because she was all black. And, you know, black dogs and black cats, always the last ones to like be adopted, which I don't understand that. So, yeah. Okay, you guys. Buenos dias a todos. Let's get started. What do each of these words mean, you guys? L without the accent mark and L with the accent mark, right? That, remember that craziness? With and without the accent mark changes the meaning. Good, Andrea. Muy bien. Ray, good job. Kinsley, nicely done. Anyone else have some answers? Perfect, Kendall. Yes, but it's the other way. I don't know if you did them in order in your chat message. It would be the other way, right? Mm-hmm. Very good, Bernadette. Malik, muy bien. So what's the other one? Hi, Madison. You guys, if you don't have a camera on, hi, Belle. Hi, Joe Marion. Amelia Arshad, how are you, Bernadette? If you don't have your camera on, you guys, try to put it on at least your forehead. Yeah, isn't that weird, Trayvon? Like they think a black dog or black cat brings like bad luck or something. That's crazy. It's their bad luck, right? Because I love my kitty. Yes. Bueno, you guys ready to start today? We have a shorter class. You know, it's Wednesday today, right? So nothing new. And just to, I do too, Kinsley. And then just to answer your question, the question up here. So L, like El Chico or El Gato, right? Or El Libro, right? The boy, the cat, the book, right? L without the accent mark is the, and then L with the accent mark is he, right? You know, we talk about Bob. Bob's going to the store. Who's going to the store? He is, right? L with the accent mark. And what was I saying? Oh, he or it, right? So if the thing is masculine, like, I don't know, el calendario, the calendar, right? El calendario would be it, right? It's on the wall, right? Because in Spanish, since everything has a gender, right? You're going to use el or ella, right? Just the same. Okay. All right. Good job. Let me switch up my background so I can show you what we're doing today. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Okay, so all we're doing today, clase, hoy es miércoles. It's Wednesday, so we have that shorter period. Let me let Shamar in. Hola, Shamar. So hoy es miércoles, el 20 noviembre. You guys, where did November go? Ooh, flew by. Y vamos a practicar los pronombres, okay? So what we're going to do today is we are just going to kind of dot the I, cross the T on these pronouns that we've been practicing, these subject pronouns. So the more feedback you can give me, you guys, the quicker we can move along. And let me know, how well you guys kind of remember these and understand these. And then remember, you guys, these are like so hugely important because we're going to add after we come back from break and Christmas and that, we are going to add to it our verbs, right? Because our goal is to be able to talk, right? To speak, to put small sentences together. And so we need to be able to take all these parts and pieces and put them together, right? And we can't do verbs without these. So these are so basic, like we have to be able to do these. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We did this once before in English. Yeah. Today, we're going to do some in Spanish. So if you take notes, you might want to get your notes out. Again, the more feedback you give me and the quicker we can move, right? And the better I have an idea of how well you understand these and how much practice to give you. Okay? Bueno, any questions about what we're doing? Okay, so let me get my thing up here. All right. All right, clase. So let's look at number 1. So we have this kid and he's looking at this older lady. So does that mean he's talking to her or about her? Can you tell me in chat? To or about? T or A in chat in number 1? T or A, is he talking to her or about her? Okay, very good. So if he's talking to her and she is an older person, does he need to be formal or informal? What do you think? Good, Shamar. Good, Belle. Very good, you guys. Yay. He needs to be formal. So how do we say, you guys, you, when we're talking to one person and we need to be formal? What do we use? Do we use yo? Do we use tú? Do we use usted? Do we use él or ella? You guys are great. Pop it in the chat. Muy bien. Very good, you guys. I'm proud of you. So I'm just going to try to squeeze these in up here because he's talking to her, right? And she's older. We need to use usted. Okay. Very good. Yay. All right. Let's look at number 2. What's going on here? Is he talking to or about? T or A in number 2, you guys? Okay. And he happens to be talking about, you're absolutely right, himself, right? He's talking to us because he's looking at us and he's talking about himself. So what would he use? Very good. You guys beat me to it. Would we use yo, tú, usted, él, or ella? It's an easy one. Very good, you guys. Absolutely. We would use yo, right? He's saying I. Okay, because he's talking about himself. Muy bien. All righty, let's look at number 3 over here. So in this one, very good, Ethan. He's looking at us. So is he talking to the girl or about the girl? About, right? He's talking about her. And she's one girl. So we wouldn't say her. We would say what, you guys? Can you tell me or just unmute? Would we say her? Or would we say she? What would we say in English, you guys? In English, we would say she, right? If we're talking about the girl, right? Like she has a yellow shirt on, she. So how do we say she? Very good, you guys. Yay, some of you caught yourselves. Yay, good job. Ella, right? Because we're talking about her. Okay, we're talking about her. We would say she, right? Ella. Okay. All right, let's come down here to number 5. We're going to skip around because we haven't done the plural yet, right? But let's look at 5. So in 5, he's talking to her and they look to be about the same age. So if he's talking to her, he's going to say you, right? He's going to say you. So what would he use? Remember our choices, yo, tú, usted, él, or ella. If very good, Ethan. Yeah, Very good. If he can be informal with her, right? Because they're the same age, they seem to be. And so if he's talking to her and he needs to be informal, right? Then he can say tú. And you guys, we have to have the accent mark on that tú because otherwise it means something else. Okay. Okay, clase? All right, one more. Let's skip down here to number 10. He is looking at us. So he's talking about this dude here. So what would he say if he's talking about somebody his own age? He's talking about him. Right? He would say he, right? How do we say he? Yep. 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 Yay. Good job. And you guys remember, we got to have the accent mark. We would say L, right? In order to say he. Okay. Good job. So you can see, you guys, we still need to learn our plurals and we will work through those after Thanksgiving break. Okay. So any questions about those? Can I get a 3, 2, 1 in the chat, you guys? How you feel about those? Based on the feedback, most of you feel really well about them. 3, 2, or 1, pretty secure. Yes. Okay. Muy bien. All right. All right. Good job. Yes. Okay. Muy bien. All right. So the next thing that I want us to do is I want to take just a few minutes and I'm going to put you guys some simple sentences on a whiteboard. And you and I are going to work through them together, right? You and I are going to figure out how to replace the name, you know, if we're talking about Bob, if we're talking about Susie, if we're talking about Bob and Susie, you know, or whatever, right? So we're going to try to figure out how to replace the name with an I, a you, with a yo, a tú, usted, él, or ella, right? But we're going to try to do it in the context of a sentence, okay? All right, so let me get my whiteboard pulled up here. Bueno, okay. Again, if you're a note taker and you think you want to jot some of these down, maybe just to have examples for yourself, that would be great, but that's up to you. However you learn best, okay? So again, for those of us who have not been in class, we're working on these singular subject pronouns, yo, tú, usted, él, and ella. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put some simple sentences in, okay? So let's pretend, I don't know, what color y'all want me to use? Blue? Black? What color do y'all see best? Tell me in the chat. I got red, orange, green, blue, black. Y'all see red best? Red? Okay, we'll do red. Oh, red or blue? Okay, let's do red and then I'll know I can switch to blue. Okay, bueno. So let's pretend we're talking about, it's supposed to be red. Red. Let's pretend we're talking about Senor Bob. Okay, what does senor mean? I can't do accent marks up here, so we'll have to pretend we see one. Senor Bob, you guys, what is senor? Mr. Okay, and I guess I could make it like Mr. Jones. Let's just do Mr. Jones. Senor Jones, right? Senor Jones es doctor. I need to learn how to type, you guys. Okay, Senor Jones es doctor, right? Yeah, so Mr. Jones is a doctor, right? Senor Jones es doctor. So in English, if we didn't want to have to repeat Mr. Jones is a doctor, Mr. Jones is tall, Mr. Jones is nice, Mr. Jones, we would replace it with he, correct? So how would I rewrite this sentence in Spanish? Pop your ideas in the chat, por favor. How would I say he is a doctor? Can you write your sentence? Remember, our chat, you guys, is like our scrap paper. So throw it in there. Don't worry about mistakes. What do you think? How do we say he is a doctor? Bernadette. Very good. Ethan. Kinsley. Ray. Perfect. I want to hear from everyone. Belle. Good job. How do I say, just pop it in the chat box, you guys. How would I say he? He is a doctor. How would I replace Senor Jones? I need to hear from more folks. Shamar. Good. Yep. Tiana, what do you say? Kendall, Andrea, who do y'all say? Okay. And then what? Nevea. Because at some point you guys are going to have to write sentences, right? So the chat box is perfect for us to make mistakes, right? So I would say L, and remember I got to have the accent mark. L S doctor. Cool enough, right? I have another question. What if he's not? Oh, the story gets a little messed up then, doesn't it? What if he's not a doctor? You guys, how would I make this negative? How would I say he is not a doctor? Where would I put the no? What would it look like? Pop your ideas in the chat for me, please. Or you can unmute. Feel free to unmute.
Me. Él es no doctor.
Okay, that's what makes sense to us, right? But you know what? Let's think about it. When we say in English, he isn't, right? He isn't. That's really what we're saying, right? We're not saying he is doctor not. We're saying he is not doctor. He isn't, right? So watch what I do. Watch what I do because it's important. All you have to do is use the word no, but it has to go with the verb like we do in English. Isn't, is, right? Isn't, is the verb in English. So it would be el no es doctor. So if you got that right, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, Gasen? No es. So our negative always goes in front of our action, our verb. Okay, no s. Like we would do isn't, right? In English. Okay, questions there? All right, let me put up another one. This one's tricky because this one's a question. Okay. All right, so okay. So the question is, where are you from, Susie? Where are you from, Susie? So how on earth do we know? Do we use a you, yo, a tú, usted, an él, or an ella? What does this mean? Well, who can tell me real quick, you guys? This dash mark, what does that tell us? If we're reading something in Spanish, what does that tell us? Remember, you guys can unmute, raise your hand, whatever you need to do, right? Or pop it in the chat. When we see a dash when we're reading something in Spanish, what is that? What is that supposed to inform us of? Do y'all remember? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Kendall. Woo, Kendall, good job. When you see a dash, okay, it means somebody's talking. So in other words, you guys, it's about, like in English, we use quotation marks. They do not use quotation marks in Spanish. Okay. They use this dash. Then they also use this comma. So in this example, now I hope y'all are paying attention because this is important because y'all are going to have to, you're going to see this like on assignments and quizzes and tests and whatever for all year long. You need to know when somebody's talking, right? So the question is, here we are asking Susie a question. If we're talking to Susie here. Okay. We're saying, where are you from, Susie? Right? Where are you from, comma, Susie? Okay. So here's the thing. How do we figure this out? If we are talking to her, let me scroll up a minute. We only have two choices. We have tú informal and usted formal. If I'm talking to her, I'm saying you, right? Where are you from, Susie? So do you think in this question I should use formal? I should consider it formal or informal? What do y'all say? Tell me in chat or unmute. Formal or informal? What do you think in that question? ¿De dónde eres, Susie? I'm talking to Susie, right? ¿De dónde eres, Susie? Okay. Okay. If you said, you guys, and I understand your thinking, if you said informal, you are correct. Give yourself a round of applause. Do you know why? Because we're calling her by her first name. We're not saying Mrs. Jones. We're not saying Senora Jones. We're already calling her Susie, right? So maybe this is like a teacher talking to a student or something like that, or the doctor talking to a patient. I don't know. Okay. So if that's the case, where are you from, Susie? Okay. Then which would I use? Would I use tú or would I use usted up here? My answer would be good, Ray. Good, Kendall. Good, Kinsley. Anyone else? Bernadette, how about you? What would I use? Would I use tú or would I use usted? Malia, I haven't heard from you today. Very good. Very good, you guys. So if I want to rewrite this, I would say, ¿de dónde eres tú? With the accent. Susie. Susie, where are you from? So here's my thing, you guys. Good, Shamar. Here's my thing. You see in this original question over here, right, that we don't even use the word tú, but we're saying, where are you from? So my point is that the reason why we have to know how these things work is because we will have to match them to the proper form of the verb, which is what we're going to do, you guys, after break. Okay. So in order to know this, right, we have to know this. Does that make sense? Clase, sí o no? See? Same thing here. In order to know this, we have to know this. And that's going to apply for every action we do in everything. Okay, so they fit together. Okay, one more, I promise, and then we're going to switch gears. One more, okay? All right, let's do, let's say, mi amiga es de Georgia. Okay, so what's an amiga, clase? ¿Qué es una amiga? Mi amiga. ¿Qué es una amiga? What does the word amiga mean? Friend. Muy bien. Muy bien. So my friend, me, right? My female friend, muy bien, because it ends in an A. Thank you for reminding me. My friend is from Georgia. So my question is, am I talking to her or about her? That's my first question. I'm talking about her, right? Okay. And so how would I replace mi amiga? What word would I use to replace if I wanted to rewrite the sentence? Very good. Very good, Belle. Very good, Kendall. Very good. Yes, I would say ella, right? Because ella means she, because I'm talking about her, right? So ella es de Georgia. She is from Georgia. Oh, I love Oreos and milk. Okay. All right. Clase, 3, 2, 1, real quick. How do you feel about using them in a sentence? 3, 2, 1. I want to hear from everyone. 3, 2, 1. It can be a 2.5. It can be a 2.8. It can be a 1.5. It can be a whatever. 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job. Okay. So the next thing that I want us to do, you guys, in the time that we have left, let me get my screen ready here. Give me just 2 seconds. Lo siento. Was I still glitching, you guys? Was my audio glitching? No? Good. Good. So it fixed itself. Okay. Okay. My canvas keeps jumping, so give me a sec. Okay, go to Canvas, por favor, if you don't mind, and refresh your screen as always. I know my canvas is like fighting me back, saying you can't do this and you can't do that. Come on. Okay, so I'll share my screen with you so we can see. So we are in Unidad Uno, right, you guys? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, so yesterday we did 2.04. We did Unidad 1, 2 usted in our VHL. Today, I would like us to do Práctica 7 y Práctica 8. Now look at 8, you guys, is worth a lot, 35 points. Okay. So let's look at our instructions for Práctica 7 in case you weren't able to get that yesterday. Okay. All you're doing is matching. How do you say he? How do you say she, et cetera, et cetera? Okay. Now don't get confused here real quick because I'm going to move quickly. Let's look at Práctica 8. It's not Práctica 8. That's our VHL. Let's go to 8. It's worth 35 points. Okay, so let's look at it. Yo, tú, usted, él, and ella. And you can copy and paste these if you want, right? This works the other way for question 1. But then, you guys, if we come down here to like question 4 and 3, okay, look, you're going to have to replace just like we did today. But notice, like in number 3, oftentimes in Hispanic cultures, people will use 2 names. So Juan Carlos, right, is one person, just to clarify. And then you're going to have to type in. And I understand that your computers don't always allow you to type an accent mark. So watch me. Clase, that's where these copy and paste come in. So if you're going to use L, you're going to need to copy and paste the E. If you're going to use tú, you're going to need to copy and paste the U with the accent. Otherwise, Canvas will count it wrong. But just know that I always go back and double check to give you credit where credit is due. Okay? All right. Any questions about those 2? Okay. The other part of today, you guys, is to make sure that you have completed everything in our unit that we have done. You can work your way backward, whatever it is. You guys remember our class goal is to try to be all caught up by tomorrow, by Friday rather, so that you can enjoy your break. Okay. Any questions about what we're doing today? Make sure that you have completed everything from the singular subject pronouns down. And then if we have time left today, you need to work your way up if you're missing any of those assignments, okay? All right, questions, last name? In your resource library, you guys should have, I'm gonna rename it real fast. Just because you should have a visual guide for the subject pronouns that you can use in your resource library, okay? All right. I'm gonna be checking out Go Guardian. So if you guys need help with something, just leave it up on your Go Guardian screen, please, and I can take a look at it, help you out, okay? And answer any questions you might have. Okay, Malia, thank you. Guys, I would encourage you to, I see some of you working on stuff. That's wonderful. I would encourage you to make sure that you are using our time that we have today. We have about 10 minutes, you guys. 10 minutes is a lot. Some of these things don't even take that much time. And that way, you know, especially if it's an older assignment, I'm here to help you, right? Answer any questions. I would also recommend when you do finish these, check your grades in Canvas and see what you're missing, right? Malik, are you working on something? Elijah? Elijah, you need to be working on something, please. Ethan, I don't see you in Go Guardian. How what, Ethan? It just says waiting for activity. Are you signed in? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see that too, but it just says waiting for activity. So maybe you need to refresh or something. I'm not sure. I see everyone else. Probably. Don't worry about it right now. Just telling you. No questions, you guys? I see y'all working. Good, Michaela. Okay, great. Very good, Shamar. Gracias. Okay, Kinsley, which assignment? So I can get, oh, pull it up on your screen, number 7. Pull it up on your screen again. Sorry. Okay, right. So if we are talking to him, because we're saying sir, comma, right? Are you, we're talking to him, so that's a you. So would we be formal or informal? Same with number 8, because we're saying sir and ma'am, right? So if we're talking to them, our choices are tú or usted, right? We're saying you, we're talking to them. So tú is informal and usted would be formal. So how would you fill those in? if you're talking to them. There you go. Good job. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You guys, we kind of have to get accustomed to asking ourselves, are we talking to these people? Or are we talking about them? If we're talking to them, then our only choices are tú and usted, right? Muy bien. Yay. Remember, you guys, if you finish these, what's that, Ray? Oh, yeah. Is it? I have 41. Okay, you guys, that's our time. I always forget the time on these different schedules. Gracias. You guys reach out to me if you need any help. Remember our goal, please, for Friday. Let's try to get all caught up so you all can have a great break. Okay, great job today. Muchísimas gracias. Adiós a todos.
Bye.
Yes, nos vemos mañana, right? See you tomorrow. Great job.
Adios.
Adiós. Great job. Adiós, adiós, adiós. Bye, Ethan. Adiós, bye, Ethan.
Buenos días.